WrestleMania. What's up, folks? I'm back today to do some more DVD reviews. I did the Royal Rumble last night, and tonight I'm gonna start on the WrestleManias. The first one I have here is the true story of WrestleMania 3-disc set. Has Vince there. The night before WrestleMania in the ring. I believe it's the night before WrestleMania 1. Open it up. Got artwork. Got Undertaker, Hogan, Austin, HBK, Orton and Punk, Tyson. It's a 3-disc set, like I said. This one is a biography talking about how WrestleMania was born, the key players to make it all happen, and the big risk Vince had, because if it would have backfired, he would have been bankrupt, you know. Disc 2, Disc 3 has matches. Disc 2 has matches from WrestleMania 1 to WrestleMania 10, and Disc 2 has matches from WrestleMania 14 to WrestleMania 22. Pretty good DVD and all. I would definitely go pick this up. Now, moving right along into the WrestleMania anthologies. This is WrestleMania Volume 1 anthology, WrestleManias 1 through 5. Got JYD, Funk, Hogan, Andre, and Big John Studd. The rear, you got Savage and Warrior. Looks like Mr. Fuji and Hogan and Muhammad Ali and King Kong Bundy. I'll go ahead and show you all the disc. This is disc 1, disc 2, disc 3, disc 4, and disc 5. And then we'll go over, I'll talk about all the main events. WrestleMania 1's main event was Hulk Hogan and Mr. T-Rex, Piper, and Orndorff. WrestleMania 2 was in 3 cities. It was in Chicago, New York, and LA. Main event matches on there were Roddy Piper versus Mr. T in a boxing match, and King Kong Bundy and Hulk Hogan in the steel cage. WrestleMania 3, we all know, has Pontiac Silverdome, Pontiac, Michigan. You have the Hogan Andre is the main event, but the Savage and Steamboat match really steals the show. Then moving on to WrestleMania 4. This is where they have the tournament in the Trump Plaza in Atlantic City. The tournament comes down to Macho Man and the $1 Million Man in the tournament championship match for the WWF title. The $1 Million Man and Andre the Giant try to cheat Savage. Hogan comes down, does his thing, helps Savage win the belt. It's pretty good. Then we go to WrestleMania 5. WrestleMania 5 has a lot of good matches on it. But the main match here is the infamous Macho Man Hulk Hogan match, where Savage drops the title a year later to Hogan, and Hogan's the champ once again. Then we're going to move into my WrestleMania Anthology Volume 2 on the front there. You got some autographs, so that shows you my autograph collection. Open it up, you got Perfect and Boss Man, Owen and Brat, Andre and Bobby, Yoko and Luger, Hogan and Slaughter, Michaels and Tatanka, Razor Ramon, Warrior and Hogan. Open this up and show it to you. WrestleMania 6 from Canada, probably the best WrestleMania all the time. It's action-packed. The title match between Hogan and Warrior is the match, of course, where Hogan dropped the belt to Warrior. Warrior didn't know what to do with it. Hogan knew it. The crowd knew it. Everybody knew it. But that's my favorite WrestleMania all time, WrestleMania 6. WrestleMania 7 has the main event of Sergeant Slaughter and Hulk Hogan. This was to take place outside, and then they had to move inside. Sergeant Slaughter's a Iraqi sympathizer. Hulk Hogan beat Slaughter for the belt. WrestleMania 8. WrestleMania 8 had two main events. You had Sid and Hogan. And then you had Ric Flair versus Macho Man, where Ric Flair loses the belt to Macho Man after winning at the Royal Rumble in 92. Then we go to WrestleMania 9. Right here at WrestleMania 9 was outside of Nevada. You have when Hulk Hogan and Beefcake become the Mega Maniacs, beat Money Incorporated. And then you have the WWE Championship match where Yokozuna beats Bret Hart and then drops the belt in like 2 seconds to Hogan. Then we go to WrestleMania 10. Madison Square Garden, we had a Bret and Owen match, was great. You had the ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship between Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon. Classic. Then you have the WWE Championship match where Bret beats Yokozuna, special guest Roddy Piper. Pretty good and all. Then on the Volume 3, WrestleMania, the complete anthology, 95 to 99. These are WrestleManias 11 to 15. Open them up, show them to you. This is WrestleMania 11, WrestleMania 12, WrestleMania 13, WrestleMania 14, WrestleMania 15. Now let's go to the main events. WrestleMania 11, I thought was pretty boring. The biggest main event on this one was Bigelow and LT. And then WrestleMania 12 had Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart in the Iron Man match. Great match. Then WrestleMania 13. The main event on this is Undertaker and Sid, but the best match of the night is Bret Hart and Steve Austin. Submission match. Bret Hart has Stone Cold in the sharpshooter. He's bleeding everywhere. He don't tap. That's really what turns Steve face and Bret heel. We go to WrestleMania 14. They have great matches in this one as well. Cactus Jack and Terry Funk versus the New Age Outlaws. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Shawn Michaels with Special Enforcer Mike Tyson as the main event, where Steve Austin finally captures the WWF title. Then we have WrestleMania 15. The main event is Stone Cold versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Pretty good. You got other good matches on there. X-Pac, Shane McMahon's pretty good. And the Brawl for All contest. But overall, these are all great DVDs. These WrestleMania DVDs are all great. And we go on to WrestleMania Anthology Volume 4, which is autographed. These are WrestleMania 16 through 20. There you see it inside. You got Hogan and Rock, Jericho, Benoit, Kane, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, Triple H, Cena and Big Show. Open it up, WrestleMania 2000 has the main event in that is the Fatal 4-Way Mick Foley, Big Show, Rock, Triple H. We have a match with Jericho, Benoit, Kurt Angle that is off the chain. And of course the Triangle Ladder match for the World Tag Champions, Christian and Edge, the Dudleys and the Hardys. WrestleMania 17 WWE Championship match in Houston, Texas. This is where Stone Cold turns on heel with McMahon and wins the belt. Also have a no-holds-barred match between Undertaker, Triple H, TLC 2, the Hardys, Edge and Christian and Dudley's. Street fight between the McMahons. Pretty good stuff. You even got you got all kinds of good stuff on this, man. Kurt Angle and Benoit. Then we go to WrestleMania 18. Scott and Toronto. The main event on this is Jericho versus Triple H. But the match that everybody remembers on this thing right here is Hogan and Rock. That's the match that stole the show. Then we go to WrestleMania 19. 19's pretty cool. WWE Championship match. This is Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar. If you remember, this is where Brock Lesnar about broke his neck, but hell of a match, man. Hell of a match. The Hulk Hogan and Mr. McMahon in a street fight. Steve Austin and The Rock. That's where Steve jobs for The Rock, and The Rock kind of tells him how much it meant to him and stuff in there. Before I do WrestleMania 21, folks, I would like to apologize for all the background noise. I do not know what's going on downstairs, but they are very loud. I don't know if they're deaf or just old or what. But anyway, we're going to go to WrestleMania 21. Front, you got Michaels, Triple H, Batista, Kurt Angle, John Cena, JBL, Undertaker. Open up, you got Cena, where he beats JBL, and then Batista beats the game. Pretty good altogether. WrestleMania has the first ever Money in the Bank match that RVD wins. Then you have the third disc, you have the WWE Hall of Fame, which includes Cowboy Bob Orton, Nikolai Volkov, the Iron Sheik, Paul Orndorff, Jimmy Hart, Roddy Piper, and Hulk Hogan. Pretty good stuff there. WrestleMania 21. WrestleMania 21, yeah. Then we go to WrestleMania 22. You got Triple H, John Cena, Kurt Angle, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, Shawn Michaels, McMahon, Foley, Edge, Mark Henry, Undertaker. This one was held in Chicago. Main event is Triple H and John Cena. John Cena wins. Triple H has a hell of an entrance on this match. Then you got the triple threat match for the world title between Kurt Angle, Randy Orton, and Mysterio. This is where Mysterio captures his first title, dedicates it to his friend Eddie Guerrero. Then you have a street fight between Vince McMahon and Shawn Michaels. Mick Foley and Edge have a hell of a hardcore match. And Mark Henry and Undertaker have a casket match. Open it up, it's got Cena there with the belt. Rey Mysterio there with the belt. It's a 3-disc set as well. There's the Hall of Fame disc. And this year's Hall of Fame participants are the Blackjacks, Baron Gagne, William the Refrigerator Perry, Sensational Sherry, Tony Atlas, Mean Gene Okerlund, Eddie Guerrero, and Bret the Hitman Hart. I really enjoyed WrestleMania 22. It was pretty cool. Just seeing Bret Hart back in the WWE at the Hall of Fame ceremony was really cool. Then we're going to go to WrestleMania 23. It's kind of a plain pay-per-view. It's only a 2-disc set, so I don't have the Hall of Fame people on it. But there's the whole show right there on the cover. You got Cena and Michaels. Batista and Undertaker have a hell of a match. Then you have the hair versus hair. Vince versus Donald Trump with Bobby Lashley and Umaga with Stone Cold Steve Austin as special guest referee. I didn't care too much for this WrestleMania. Then we go into WrestleMania 24. On the front, you have Big Show and Floyd Mayweather, kind of a boxing match, and then you got Triple H, Orton, Cena, and a triple threat for the WWE title. And then you have Edge and Undertaker for the world title. This is also a 3-disc set. This has Big Show, Mayweather knocking him right there, Ric Flair. It's his last match in the WWE. Open it up, it's a 3-disc set. This year's Hall of Fame inductees are the Briscoes, Gordon Sully, Mae Young, Eddie Graham, Rocky Johnson, and Ric Flair. Then we go over to WrestleMania 25, the 25th anniversary. You got a boatload of guys: R-Truth, Jeff Hardy, The Game, Taker, Edge, Punk, MVP, JBL, Show, Orton, Mysterio, Cena, Kane, HBK, Mark Henry, and Chris Jericho. Let's open it up here. You got Triple H and Orton. Cena doing a FU with attitude adjustment to Big Show and Edge. There's all the guys on that disc and that disc. Some of the matches on these DVDs include Jeff Hardy vs. Matt Hardy Extreme Rules, IC Championship between JBL and Rey Mysterio, Undertaker Shawn Michaels Dream Match 1, Edge, Cena, and Big Show for the World Heavyweight title, WWE Championship Triple H and Randy Orton. Really, really good WrestleMania for the 25th anniversary. And there's the disc for the 2009 Hall of Fame. They have the Funks, Coco Beware, the Von Erich, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bill Watts, Ricky Steamboat, and the Fink. Really good WrestleMania. Next one is WrestleMania 26. It's another great one. HBK, Taker, Dream Match 2, Cena and Batista, Jericho, Edge, and then Vince vs. Brett, were Brett's first match back with the WWE since he left Montreal. And then on the inside, you got Triple H, Sheamus, Orton, DiBiase, looks like Bret Hart and McMahon, Taker, Michaels. This is a 3-disc set. Pretty good stuff. I would say all the way around. It's one of the better WrestleMania DVDs they come out with. Some of the matches on this include Unified Tag Team Championship match, Big Show and Miz vs. Morrison and R-Truth. Triple Threat match, Orton vs. Rhodes vs. DiBiase. Triple H and Sheamus, Mysterio, CM Punk. No Holds Barred match, Bret Hart and McMahon. World Heavyweight match, Jericho and Edge. WWE Championship match, Batista and Cena, and Streak vs. Career. Undertaker vs. Shawn Michaels. That's where Undertaker ends his career. Pretty good stuff. I liked it. Now the next one I'm going to review, I wasn't really crazy about. This is WrestleMania 27. Was just kind of boring to me. I mean, it was cool to have The Rock back, but Morrison and John Cena for the title. Taker and Triple H was alright. There's some pictures of the inside of this 3-disc set we got here. I'm not going to go over the matches, but because this WrestleMania was just kind of boring. But if you take it out, you got Punk and Orton. You got Edge and Del Rio. And then you got The Rock. It wasn't bad. I like the Orton CM Punk match the best. And then the WWE Hall of Famers for that year are Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Bob Armstrong, Sonny, Abdullah the Butcher, the Road Warriors, Drew Carey, and the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And then the last one we're going to do, that I own from the WrestleManias is WrestleMania 28. You got Cena Rock. That's the first time I messed off. Taker Michaels in the game. You got the inside. You got Undertaker with the new haircut there. Rock finishing off Cena. Of course, it's got the Hell in a Cell match. That's awesome. It's got Rock and Cena, Jericho, and Punk for the WWE title. Not bad. I liked it. I liked it. I will be getting the new WrestleMania sometime this week. It just came out Tuesday, so. And the Hall of Fame class for this is Ron Simmons, Mil Mascaras, the Four Horsemen, Mike Tyson, Yokozuna, and Edge. Pretty good class. Be sure to check in with me tomorrow. I'm going to be doing SummerSlams and then Survivor Series, guys, and then I'll be done with my DVD collection. But I got a couple shoot videos. I'm going to be shooting Juicy Jimmy and Father Fear from the indie scene and a couple other independent guys. But like I said, man, get your money, pay your bills. Peace.